Y'all, so tell me why I'm at a stoplight and I'm driving past this bus stop bench and I see this picture of a reptilian hand touching a human hand. Are they trying to say that we're united with them? They among us or something? Please. I've been seeing all these conspiracy theories lately on the internet, and y'all, like, what the fuck is this? Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but y'all not about to sit here and tell me that this is not no message right here. Like, this is just a painting. Like, like what the fuck is this?
Hey, that little boy that you see, that you calling a YN, yeah, he's actually a mathematician. Yeah, he actually really good at math. But he don't tell nobody. He put a shiesty on, and everybody see him as a YN, but whole time, he really a genius. Yeah, that other YN that you saw, yeah, he's actually really into space and probably could be an astrophysicist, but he don't got nobody around his hood to talk about astrophysics, nor does he want to talk about it because he's going to seem, you know what I'm saying, however he's going to seem, you know. He don't want to talk about how smart he is. You know, that other youngster that you calling a YN, yeah, he actually can be like Ryan Coogler, you know what I'm saying? And write screenplays, but he probably not gonna have a teacher that come and tell him like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Your writing on this is spectacular. Your brain works in a different way. You're so smart. It's so many stories that I can tell you about geniuses in the hood, good kids from mad cities that become a reflection of their environment. And they actually don't fit into that environment at all. Yeah, you was born here. Yeah, you from the turf. Yeah, you down with everything that's going down. But your mind, who you are internally, don't match with this. Yeah. You far above, you far beyond just this environment, but the environment is holding you down. They gonna hold you to this identity. It's gonna stop you from flourishing. Man, I see so many cats that you would just think like oh man, they hardened criminals, man. Whole time he really a genius. He ain't never gonna say it, but I went to elementary school with him. I saw his right, yeah. He really cold like that, so I'm just letting you know. Like, the hood and the environment kills dreams. It kills potential. It kills what could be because y'all still so stuck to identifying them and dehumanizing them to just being a YN. Just letting you know. He really a genius all the time, man.
That person in the back seat out of both of those windows. Very hard to tell if it's that same person or a different person as he continues eastbound here. But yeah, we've seen pedestrians jumping out of the way as he turns southbound here. Seen pedestrians jumping out of the way. More money. Yeah, southbound here. We're going to catch up here southbound. Now, again, look at that. Look at people running out into the street picking up this money. Absolutely. People diving out of the street to get that cash. Now that we're on the air and everybody's watching this, you can see everybody running into the streets there, right in that intersection there as he's throwing money out. Now, be assured that that is a felony. You're not allowed to take that money and interfering with police operations. You don't want to do that. He's back to the right or back behind us, Al, so we're going to go as more money comes out. A lot of people watching this, getting involved in this pursuit, running out the streets back westbound as we hurry up to catch up. Back up. We believe this is either Hoover or Vermont. Look at all the people just standing around waiting for this. Passing Vermont. Westbound on 47th from Vermont. Slowing down a little bit, but we have to be real careful for airspace here with LAX, so we're trying to coordinate to get you closer. But now everybody is out of the streets here, Philip and Leslie. Everybody's out watching this pursuit. Yeah, and it's almost as if they're actually getting in the way of the pursuing officers. They're jumping in front of those police cars as that money flies out. Extremely dangerous. I mean, look at all those people. I've never seen anything like this. It's incredible. Evidence. All this money is, you obviously cannot take this money, and there are cameras, and people are watching here. Look at that, and they're going back westbound. It is. That's right, and that is, Philip, you nailed it on the head right, and that's a big consideration when an officer involves shooting. I mean, they have to consider their background, and these suspects start to engage the officers. They're not usually concerned about hitting other people, but those officers have to be very, very careful as we go northbound Vermont here, the wrong side of the street. they got to be very, very careful on what their background is, almost seeing hit one of our trucks there. But going back northbound on Vermont here, looks like that might be Vernon as he goes back westbound. No, it just turned westbound. Let's go further west. Yeah, see, this is not a good idea. These are citizens getting involved. Sheriffs are out. Guns are drawn. Hands are out. Okay, it looks like they're giving it up. They're going to pull them out. Very dangerous situation here. Not sure if they know. That's all I got. To know if they are armed or not. But sheriff's not taking any more chances. Pulling at least 2 suspects out of the car, clearing the right side of the car, and taking them into custody. Well, it looked. You can see that suspect coming out, got a tie on, possibly to mix into the crowd at the bank, but they're loading them up into the vehicles right now. Now the idea is they want to get out of this area right now because you can see the individuals here kind of crowding around here. They want to try to clean this up as quickly as possible. The crowd looks very supportive right now, clapping their hands and waving. It looks very supportive, but you can see the concern with those officers, both sheriffs and LAPD.
Exactly what the fuck I mean. Motherfuckers be so out of touch, so out of tune with reality and what the fuck is happening because it's not happening near them or in their town or whatever the fuck. Bitch, if it happened there, like I said the last motherfucking time, it can happen any motherfucking where. And nobody is preparing for anything to happen. Everybody is just sitting around like the shit cannot happen to us, and that shit is diabolical to me. Y'all motherfuckers really need to tap into the new.
Drake?
Chuck Berry.
The nigga that's hiding his kid from the world, but his world wanna hide from the kid?
The Chuck Berry, I call him Blackberry.
I would son niggas in a heartbeat.
His Blackberry will be mashed.
Copy my whole fucking flow.
Elvis Presley and Pat Boone sold more of Tutti Frutti than I did, and I wrote it and sung it.
Did that bother you?
I'm the first one finding these artists before they get big.
And all of them came from me.
I'm the reason why it's a Lil Pump. I discovered Chief Keef.
I took the Beatles and Mick Jagger with me. Mick Jagger was living on a truck.
Rich the Kid used to sleep on my couch.
I had Jimi Hendrix playing guitar for me. I had Billy Preston on the organ, James Brown, and Joe Tex was my vocalist.
I started this, bro.
And that's the reason I'm the king.
I agree with you on that.
I was the
100%.
first artist on YouTube.
I am the king of rock and roll.
In order to have the biggest comeback, you got to come back with a massive hit.
I'm on top now.
Oh, but when you were really enormous.
He's
You know.
enormous now.
These record labels set their blueprint behind me.
I'm the creator, the originator, the emancipator.
I started this internet.
I am the one.
I started the wave.
And I'm not conceited at all.
What is 3D Diamonds?
I like to put it on.
It's a bust down rollie, nigga. That's 80,000.
And I like to shine.
Every artist in the game, all y'all record labels, y'all owe me 5%.
And that's the truth.
See?
That's right.
Killers of the Flower Moon, the cast is here. Robert De Niro,
Y'all have to listen to what he about to say,
Leonardo
y'all.
DiCaprio, Lily Gladstone, you guys crushed it.
Listen to what he about to say. They put the truth
The one
out
thing I
there.
learned about that movie is that white people stole everything. You guys stole everything. Not like 97%. You guys stole 100% of everything. You took the land, you took the oil, you took the premise of the movie.
Look at Scorsese don't like that.
That's hilarious. I don't care. It's just that the room is really white. The room's like, yeah, we did take it. And I watched Saltburn. I watched Saltburn. You know what I loved about Saltburn?
Wow, he told the truth that he's Asian, y'all.
Have feelings too.
People think this is natural, right? So from as far as your eyes can see, they have the Pacific Ocean blocked off within its entirety. So you used to be able to see Santa Catalina Island. You used to be able to see San Clemente Island over here for the past, 2 weeks? It is impossible. They have blocked off the view with in its entirety for the past 2 weeks. I come out here every day. This artificial cloud that's covering the Pacific Ocean, this is similar to the ice wall in Antarctica. This is Pacific Ocean's ice wall is what you're looking at, essentially. They have blocked off the entire Pacific Ocean. First they said San Clemente was going to be the first beaches ever to be monitored by the feds. And then we saw all kind of activity, all kind of warships. I have the footage. We saw all kind of warships in the Pacific, all kind of activity going on. I was asking my military buddies, what's happening? There's a war in the Pacific. And now, for the past 2 weeks, this has been blocked off within its entirety. This is your ice wall, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, we're gonna come out here. If you think this is natural, watch. Tomorrow, we'll come out here and guess what? You're gonna see the same thing.
About to happen. The flip about to happen. We at critical mass now, right? We at Event Horizon. Watch that motherfucking statue, because when that bitch drop, it's over with. And they can't wrap no motherfucking chains around that bitch like a goddamn superhero movie to keep it standing. It's just not gonna happen. While they got y'all looking to LA, I'm telling y'all, watch New York. And this is for all 5 boroughs to be back on top. This for them to get rid of all of that blight that these parasites that inflicted up on our people and rebuild that motherfucker how New York wanted to be, not how some motherfuckers from some royal family on the other side of the ocean think it should be. Fuck them motherfuckers. They ain't got nothing to do with us over here. They need to take their ass back home, but it's too late now because their ass can't get there now. All avenues is cut off. They finna stop flying all these planes. All the airports finna shut down for several reasons, not just one. Aside from that, we about to have more motherfucking aerial phenomenon than you could expect with the airport shut down. Where in the fuck is all this shit flying around in the sky here if we don't got no airplanes in the sky? What is all this shit? You figure it out. You figure it out. Right? Ain't no mercy if you still in the way when this shit happened, because they done had military dragging you motherfuckers out, international police, Peace Alliance, the motherfucking Earth Alliance. You done had the motherfucking foreign league, all kind of motherfuckers pulling you motherfuckers out of literal holes in the ground. What the fuck you think you an earthworm or something? You rotten motherfucker? You gonna crawl up out of your motherfucking hole, go steal somebody's kid and crawl back in the hole like you wasn't, like that shit wasn't gonna eventually get caught? Like nobody wasn't gonna figure that shit out? Like we just gonna stay dumb forever? How long can you keep doing the same dumb shit before we figure that shit out? You can't keep doing it. It's over. You got these motherfucking, the Pleiadians is telling you, the Arcturians is telling you, the Lyrans is telling you, and they don't even live here. And you don't believe them. They don't even live here. They telling you motherfuckers this shit is up. You got the Andromedas telling you. You got the Orianos telling you. You got the Syrians telling you. You still don't believe this shit. It's over with for you motherfuckers. Your leader has been motherfucking, what's the word? We've been systematically eliminated. been systematically eliminated. It's of no consequence now. When we freed Earth, we freed every matriarchal realm that was under the same tyranny. And they all coming to show homage and gratitude for the Earthborn that stood up to the unstand-upable, the motherfucking threat that was so colossal didn't nobody ever want to face. They thought this motherfucker couldn't be defeated. He's a fucking fraud the whole time. He living off other motherfuckers' glory. He living off other motherfuckers' glory. He won't do his own work. He want other motherfuckers to do the work and give him the credit. That's just like an old Hollywood bastard. You want everybody else to do all the work, but you want all the credit and all of the motherfucking residuals that come with getting the credit. And ain't did shit, you motherfucking bootlicking ass bitches. Bootlicking motherfuckers. You gonna get to taste some boots. Cause you know the rule on the block is when it's war and you hit that ground, you get Briscoe stomped around here. I don't know about nowhere else, but that's the motherfucking Motor City rule. You hit the ground, you getting Briscoe. Ask a motherfucker from the D what a Briscoe stomp is. You gonna get the Briscoe stomp from the big 50s.
Take a look at the case of Bobby Garnett, the black man who invented the Ralph Lauren brand as we know it. Bobby from Boston was a vintage curator and seller based in Massachusetts, and Ralph Lauren frequently sourced from him. Bobby's way of curating Americana became a reference library for Ralph. Lauren even wanted to use Bobby's store as a backdrop for Double RL, but when Bobby refused, they photographed the space and recreated anyways. The signature Ralph Lauren look that we know can be credited to Bobby's curation. Ralph Lauren is now a $22 billion company, and Lauren himself is worth $8 billion. But Bobby was never given this capital, despite inventing the very brand identity that became profitable. This is exactly why representation isn't enough. Power and capital matter more.
Wow, rest in peace to the legend Bobby Garnett, man. Unfortunate.
Check it out, family. 2026, the veil is gone. Now, I'm not saying that this video was recorded in 2026. What I am saying is that this video is circulating during this year. And this is somebody who was just having an adventure in Iran, and they found the Sphinx in the pyramid. What this tell y'all? We niggas was everywhere. The artifacts is the facts. On Funnel Grade, shit is crazy.
Is a tale from the hood. Everything I'm about to say is alleged. There was once an island, not a paradise or a place you escape to. It was an island where you get stuck. An island of lost boys. And on this island, young men come to become stars. But in order to stay, they have to sell something. Not just the music, a lifestyle as well. So they sell you rugs, they sell you women, they sell you violence, and they sell you numbness. And at first, it's just a performance. It's just bars, just marketing. But the longer they stay on the island, the more the performance becomes real. The rugs aren't just lyrics anymore, they're habits. And the detachment is becoming their identity. And somewhere in the middle of that is the buyer's remorse, purgatory, if you will. Now you don't know where the character ends and where you begin. You wanted to be a man, but nobody taught you. So you started cosplaying one. And just like Pinocchio, the island doesn't turn boys into men. It turns them into something else. While they're laughing, while they're winning, while they think they're in control. And the people watching, they don't even see the warning. All they see is a blueprint. So now, the island has multiples. More boys are coming, younger boys are coming, and they're all trying to get out the hood, all chasing the same image and not realizing what it costs. And this is where the story splits, because the island only has two endings. Some of them get picked up or watched and charged and locked away. Their story doesn't end. It gets rewritten, contained, controlled. And the others, they don't make it that far. No courtroom, no sentence, just headlines, and gone before they even understand the game that they were playing. Both groups started the same way. They believed the image. They believed the lifestyle. They believed their performance was power. And that's why this reminds me of Tales from the Hood, specifically Crazy K. Crazy K thought he was just surviving, just doing what his environment taught him, until he realized that every choice he made, every life he influenced, and every move he glorified was waiting for him on the other side. Not as guilt, as a consequence. And that's the real horror of the island. It doesn't just take from you. It turns you into something that takes from others. At some point, you stop playing the character and realize the character is playing you. You wanted to be a real boy, a real man. But the island only ever needed a performance. And by the time you feel that regret, you're already a part of the story that's being told. Y'all lock in.
I know some doctors during COVID that they have like these COVID parties. So they brought the blood of, people who were vaxxed, unvaxxed. And what they saw was one person who wasn't clear. And then the other person who got the jab, they saw these little small squiggly things floating around with serial numbers on them.
Jeez, great.
And they saw this.
Wow.
During these parties. And since then, I'm like, okay, I know for sure, for a fact, that something.
How is this a party?
Well, they used to have all kind of parties. I mean, fucking Gavin Newsom was having parties during COVID. It's all bullshit. They already knew.
Crazy.
It was for the shots. It was never
party?
about COVID, because when people were dying from COVID, people were dying from car crashes, but saying that they died from COVID. So they're inflating the numbers. For one, it was a cash grab. Two, it was about the shot. That's what it was about.
It was the protocols that killed people that had COVID.
Right.
It was, you're going to get on, what was it, remdesivir, right, which they pulled off the shelves 2 years prior because it was causing kidney failure. And Fauci knew this. So when it was brought on the market, everyone was like, what? And then I will tell you this, Judy Mikovits. You guys know who she is?
No.
Dr. Judy Mikovits. So she worked right next to Fauci in the 80s. And she was the biggest whistleblower during the AIDS epidemic. She had dinner at my house. And I looked her in the eye and she said, Jess, they've known since 1986, when the mRNA technology was created, that it didn't work, that it was a neurotoxin, it was called autoimmune, myocarditis, pericarditis, you name it. So we pulled it off. And she goes, here's another thing. AIDS, it didn't come from a monkey. It was facilitated by Fauci.
Wait, so
in a lab.
Fauci is tied to AIDS too?
Oh,
he was in the front of that. So when the AIDS epidemic happened, he was in front of that. He was the doctor.
And he's just walking around like nothing.
Well, yeah, because you know why? Because right before Biden left, what did he do?
He pardoned him.
A preemptive pardon. Why would you do that if you don't think that the next administration was going to get you?
Which Biden was that? Was that short Biden or tall Biden?
I don't know.
Tell y'all, let me get Hitler quote back up here. And I don't want to hear nobody. You quoted Hitler. You're damn right I did. Get him up here. Hitler said in his memoirs, he said that when we realize what he was really fighting against, it's going to be World War III. He also said that they have in their possession God's precious jewels. The jewels of the land. Us. Not the trees, bitch. Not the plants, ho. Us. We are the jewels that Hitler was talking about. So without us on the land, you get it? Now again, they got y'all hating Hitler. Ask yourself why. If they got y'all loving Mike and hating Hitler, ask yourself why.
You got motherfuckers under the White House that ain't never seen a day of light of day. All this shit finna hit the fan, nigga. Just like I told y'all, Donald Trump is your last president. Let me put y'all on game. I'm gonna let y'all know how they fucked y'all over. Listen, do you know that you cannot impeach, you can only impeach a president, right? You do know that, right? So if Joe Biden is the new president, how the fuck was they able to impeach Donald Trump after Biden was elected? See how y'all don't be really knowing about politics and shit? Y'all just be talking and letting these white people talk to y'all any kind of way. Go look in their motherfucking law. Go look in their motherfucking law. And again, you come back and let me know, can you impeach a former president? Nigga, if that's the case, nigga, they finna impeach George, the Bushes, the Clintons, everybody. They can't do that, nigga. You cannot, in American law, you cannot impeach a former president. But when I told you motherfuckers that Donald Trump was the last president, y'all thought I was lying. Biden got elected. I even showed y'all a book. That's the book of sorcery. Nigga, he did not get elected. Why you think they impeached Donald Trump but he won the shit? Because Donald Trump is still the president. You can only impeach a current president, nigga. They lying all over your motherfucking head. And y'all want to question the real. I'm the only one with my pineal gland wide open. That nigga's trying to question the real. You out here thinking that Joe Biden the president goofy? You don't even deserve to be in the presence of a god. Take your bitch ass back down to that low ass frequency. come back up here when you got some sense and you got some humility, nigga. You step in my university, you step in here with respect for this intellect, man. You're not just listening to no motherfucker talk online. I am that I am. You see that fuck my son out there, he gon' shine bright. I don't give a fuck what they saying on the news, cause see, y'all believe in them. So that's why whatever they tell y'all, you believe it, so you're creating it. I don't give a fuck what they said, nigga. If I say the sun gon' shine, it's gon' shine where I'm at. It's gon' shine where I'm at, nigga.
Our counterintelligence program must prevent the rise of a black messiah. That's what the counterintelligence program of J. Edgar Hoover and the government of the United States was all about. Well, wait a minute, J. Edgar. Why do you want to stop the birth of a messiah? Why would you use a religious term? It's because they knew that the messiah was to come up among you. They knew that the Jesus you would be looking for would be one of your own people.
Okay, so check it out. I can peep the whole play right now. So see how they got Krishan on the news and stuff in Baltimore talking about her becoming a boxer and all of that. And I don't know if you heard about it, but that pastor McNutty Buddy down there in Palm Beach, Florida, allegedly got arrested yesterday or day before for doing that little weird stuff to that little boy. And what was his name? His name was Junior. So what did Ronnie say? Ronnie said that Krishan was very good with algorithms. So what they gonna do is they gonna hide all of that Junior stuff from her Junior, and it's gonna be hidden with the Junior connected to McNutty Buddy. And then the algorithm of all of the stuff about the negativity about Krishan is gonna get all overloaded by the boxing stuff and her, you know, being a celebrity of being a boxer and coming up out the hood. Watch, I'm telling you.